right, Shalom. Shalom. Let's come to the view with this truth. First and foremost, we're going to give our praise on the glory to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, Rakakadash. All right, we should say our praise to the Heavenly Father and the Son, from the world ignorantly calls God, Jesus Christ, and Holy Spirit, comprehend Yahweh, which means He is and He exists, He to be. God means in, highest blood, Sham His name. Yahushua means He saves, He delivers. Come on, let's go. Giving double honors unto the apostles. Damn, I forgot. Great millstone who well, true leaders of God, Israel, today, ready to receive her, not much love, salutation to the objects scattered abroad across the four corners of the earth, preaching His word in sincerity and in truth, which allows Him to do so. Back to you, say Shalom. All right. And yeah, man, there's a lot going on as far as current events. All right, it's a lot of things taking place in the earth, man. All right, recently we just did a video speaking about the U.S. and Russia tensions. All right, so we got war. There's wars and rumors of wars that's taking place. Okay, and at the same time, simultaneously, you got 144 sightings of chariots since 2004 to 2001. All right, so the Lord is about to visit this place which He made, as He said, man. There will be all kind of it'll be all kind of signs and prophecies and plagues popping off when He returns, man. All right, as the brother's gonna get in just a moment, it's gonna correlate with everything that He said. All right, because you got earthquakes in diverse places, you got pestilence out here. That's why they're talking about coming with this second lockdown. All right, and at the same time, you got uproars of the people. All right, you got people leaving their jobs. Okay, so they can't. You got people leaving their jobs, so they can't keep business. Man. All right, so this place is on the verge of destruction. Man. All right, they about to lock this place back down. And we're gonna open with this first. That's you know, the brother had mentioned war. I was just reading an article on how U.S. just launched airstrikes on Somalia, man. Yeah, America just launched strikes on Somalia, man. So that war is the war drugs is beating here in the world right now, man. And we know that America's gonna be destroyed by the way of World War III, man. The war that's gonna end wars, man. All right. This second entrance down in 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before. How would you measure the time? All right, that's paying attention to the current events. All right, you got to be aware of the things that's going on right now. All right, it's a lot, like I say, that's taking place. I got a couple articles I'm gonna get into in just a moment. You got it, huh? He said, measure the time diligently. Right. You got to stand up on your rights, man. That's what you say. And the Lord didn't give us that actual, time and date that this thing is going to take place. Hey, He didn't even give that to Yahushua, because if He did, then we would know it. Because Yahushua said, anything that my Father had made known to me, friends, I'll make known to you. You are my friends, man. So we got to measure. So when we see certain prophecies going to pass, we know what time we're in, man. All right, and this is how we know we're in the end of Esau's, rulership, because of the prophecies, man. It says, 2nd Ezra 9:2, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which He made. Like these plagues that the brother might go into read about. All right, it's going to let you know what time period that we're living in. And this is the bitter end of the last days, the last 100 seconds. All right, this is that curtain call. Right? They were saying the bar. All right, the last shots, man. All right, this will be that last call for you. You know what I'm saying? This is it, man. All right, this is what you see right now taking place is what the end of the world looks like, man. All right, right now these people, they married, getting married, they worry about working, this, that, and other. But soon coming, the up and coming months, man, there's about to be lawlessness in the streets, man. There's gonna be all kind of chaos, man. You got hyperinflation, all right, that's taking place with the food. Right now, you got right here from the New York Post. It says shootings, lawless peddling, and open prostitution. It says NYC has lost all self-respect. So here it is. They cutting off enforcing the laws on prostitution, because they like these women got to do something, man. Showing you how perilous the time that's coming. All right, I remember doing videos in Venezuela about the same thing. And not only Venezuela, all around the globe. You got Cuba on fire, you got Haiti on fire, you got Africa, South Africa on fire, man. All right, all these people that's refusing the waters, man. Okay, it's chaos, and it's gonna make its way to America, man. Yeah, the floods, man. We've been telling you that these things don't come, man. These are the bitter end of the last days, man. All right, the end of Esau's rule of reign of terror is soon to be the beginning of ours, man. It's gonna be an everlasting kingdom. That's what this place is done away with.
It's like where we speak right now, it's floods happening down there in China, Turkey. You know what I'm saying? They still have the flood down there in Germany, man. You know what I mean? So all those people, man, that was probably, you know what I mean, making light of the situations over here on the current conditions of the under, man, probably, he's now starting to bring upon those places that's written in the scriptures, man. And how the Lord deals with the pride of people a lot of times with natural disasters, man. Natural disasters, man, that humbles people, man. When you experience a near sepsis, near death by drowning, or you know what I mean, you get caught in a hurricane or some crazy shit like that, man. That humbles you, man. Yeah, fire, car accident. People like, man, don't speak no more. Yeah. Shit like, don't do that. They get that PTSD, man. You know, and that's what's on a lot of people. They give you up, keep going in there.
The second Ezra, 9 and 4, then shall thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
What we've been telling our people, Jeremiah 28 and 8, man. They talk about the prophets that been before thee of old prophesied against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence, all of which is right back again today. Evil is a compound word. Eve is time and ill is bad, man. Bad times is upon this place. That's why we was just speaking on inflation. Hey, people can't make rent, man. All right, they done already cut the extra funds for the unemployment. All right, and they not planning on giving you people no extra stimulus, man. All right, what they might come with is the UBI, Universal Basic Income. They practicing that now in California. All right, but nevertheless, they have to lock this shit down, man. All right, like I said, the jobs they can't keep staff and whatnot, man. All right, so a lot of places underfunded, including the police. All right, Chicago. I got this article right here dealing with DC, but also down here, man, here in Cleveland, man. The county jail is understaffed, man. All right, so it's just showing you people what's going on. And when people gonna have all kind of calamities and whatnot taking place, they ain't gonna be able to get, 911 at their call, man.
And they was basically saying how, hey, because in certain places they making the waters mandatory. Yeah, and you got people that play sports. You got certain football players, certain basketball players that stick in place, and you got some players that just got in the league a couple years ago, ready to retire over this mandate. So the brother was going into how the labor, these jobs don't have enough crew. They really not gonna have, enough crew when they make the waters mandatory.
Hey, that's true. Because you had an NFL coach that resigned about that, just like you had this guy. What's Hopkins' name? What's Hopkins? DeAndre Hopkins. Wow. You had this guy. But nevertheless, man, DeAndre Hopkins, he was one talking about, man, I'm willing to get all this up because they want me to take something that I'm not willing to take, man. All right? It says from RT News, and it's a spirit because it said 144 on here. It says it's making me question my future. NFL star DeAndre Hopkins hints he might retire after the league announces strict vaccination plans. Man. All right, so that's showing you people that what it's gonna come down to, like it says in Revelation 3 and 10. All right, you're gonna be given an ultimatum. You're gonna have to make a decision. All right, you're gonna have to choose between serving Yahweh and serving Satan. Man. Go ahead.
Proverbs chapter 29, verse 29 and 25. The fear of man bringeth a snare, but whoso putteth his trust in the Lord shall be saved. It says, bring it back. It says, the fear of man bringeth a snare, but whoso putteth his trust in the Lord shall be saved, man. And the brother was speaking about the vaccine waters, man. So like a lot of people, when you fear men, man, it causes you to act irrational, it causes you to make decisions based on the flesh, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Esau has propagating that out to the public, man. Scaring people, talking about you're gonna die if you don't receive the max, you know what I mean? This, that, third.
They talking about people on the Ohio plane might have got monkeypox, man. That was one that was recent, and now they talking about this Delta variant. Yeah. So, like you said, it's all propaganda.
That's serious, bro, because I went to go see the foot doctor, and when I went in there to see the foot doctor, there was a dude giving the waters out. He asked me what was I giving water. I said, I'm cool. So after I get there seeing the foot doctor, as soon as I go out there to wait for my polish, the security nigga woman asked me from across the room, loud as hell in front of everybody, why you not gonna take the faucet waters? I said, because it's not funny. Then you had an older JT come up to me like, man, I used to think how you thought until I started watching the news, and it's people like you is the reason why the numbers are going up. So again, they was in there paying people to take the waters.
Oh, and now they talking about there was a lady, one of the brothers uploaded a video. She was talking about
I was about to show you that.
They're trying to blame vaccinated.
Yeah, she the governor of Alabama.
Right. Yeah, that woman right there. No, I'm talking about
she the governor.
Short.
Yeah, the eating might be. She the governor of Alabama.
Okay, damn, I didn't know that. But she was pushing that. She was basically saying that the unvaccinated people are the problems for the current spikes in Rona.
Oh yeah, in New York, they just activated this shit where If you don't got your vaccine, you don't get no service type of shit. They just brought that on too. Or you gotta show a negative C test.
Yep. Hey, they actually saying that I don't think a negative test is enough to suffice anymore. They're like, we gotta have the double jab. Yeah, they want you to have that double waters now. All right. So even in Israel, they talking about the unvaccinated Israelis, the Amalekites that's in our land. They like, y'all ain't gonna be able to enter into the temple until y'all, receive the jab. So all over the world, man, they about to be tempted. Somebody line it up at Revelation 3:10. Can you bring it up over here?
It's Revelation chapter 3, verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
And also what's happening. A lot of the vision about 6 months after them, and a lot of people are being Esau trying to use the campaigns and people to encourage everybody to volunteer to death. But you would have, that's why I talk about the hour of temptation, because your family members will be trying to get you to take the jab. Okay, your wife, mom, brother, etc., all your family members, job, everything. Your job gonna take like, look, you want to keep working here, you gotta take this jab. Okay, you gotta have a proof.
Like it says in the previous chapter, Revelation 2:10, it talks about, hey, you might be cast into prison. They say be pretty much faithful, you know what I'm saying, at the death, man. All right, you're gonna be tried 10 days, roughly paraphrasing a period of time. All right, but he said, be faithful, man. All right, and the Lord is gonna prevent us.
All right, you should put your faith, because this is not something that just springing all of a sudden. The Lord been put us on game. He's been told us what happens. So this year, and reinforce your faith for the Lord, like, hey, what is that gonna happen? I said,
hey, that's mercy, because Yahweh Shah got us to be able to be ahead of the curve. All right, before everything hits the fan, all right, we were able to know, and not only know, but get ourselves right in order to be able to withstand this evil day. All right, real quick, this is Revelation 12:12. It says, therefore rejoice in heaven and ye that dwell in them. It says, woe, meaning death and destruction, to the inhabitants of the earth. It says, and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. And I was just thinking about, what was it in Florida, that they had all those fish coming up, that died and whatnot, and they try to blame it on the algae and whatnot, but they like, this doesn't normally happen this year round.
It's the same devil that just nuked the ocean.
Exactly.
Which all those waters, they touch each other.
Exactly. So like he said, woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil has come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. And that's ultimately what it is, man. All right, he know he got a short time left to prove. That's why he's about to come with these draconian measures, man. He's already been going door to door. We've been talking about that for weeks. So now what he's about to do is trying to come with his mandate, man. He's already pointing out the unvaccinated, like, y'all the problem, y'all the problem. All right, but now he's about to try to come, you know what I'm saying, with his propaganda and try to, force it upon the people, man. And like the scripture said in Isaiah 59 and 19, when this devil shall enter in like a flood, man, the Lord gonna lift up a standard against him, man. All right, when this devil try to make a move, and how about Shemaiah gonna make a move on him, man? Get the bubble shot. It's still going in a second.
Yeah, I got it. The second Ezra, chapter 9, verse 5. And 4, then thou shalt well understand that the Most High spoke of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
And so we've been put on game, like the brother was talking about. He spoke of these things a minute ago, man, a long time ago. He had apostles out here for decades, man. All right, to give our people, and that teaches as well. Okay, so it shouldn't be no excuses why these people don't know, man. They gotta go.
Verse 5, for like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest.
Right, the end is manifest. We're showing you that the prophecy that's coming upon the earth, man. That's why you're having a lot taking place in regards to current events, like we were just speaking on. I got an article as well that I want to grab real quick. It says what? It says what? RT News. It says RT News can't coddle violent criminals. It says DC police chief shed media and dysfunctional justice system after upscale district shooting. All right, so what they're telling you, they can't coddle the violence. All right, they can't get it to what's the word? Get it to dwell or suppress it, subside, so to speak. Man. All right, they can't get it to stop, man.
It's the Lord that's doing it ultimately. The scripture say, till it be evil done in the city, and the Lord have not done it, man. There's not a lot of individuals out here talking about stop the violence. You can't stop the violence because the Lord is the one bringing the violence, man. The violence is prophecy.
This is Amos 3 and 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid?
In all actuality, we blowing the trumpet right now, man. telling y'all people to get ready. We're telling you what to do to avoid these situations, man. But Jake ain't paying attention, man.
He says, shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it?
And evil, like the brother said, is a compound word meaning bad times, man. Right. So, hey, man, if you see evil going on, man, the Lord have done it. The Lord is about balance, man. So the Lord cannot be stopped, man. There's no one on this planet Earth who can stop Yahweh Shah, man.
Man, the scriptures talk about how man's going on the Lord. So if the Lord put the spirit on, like, for an example, dealing with the Haitian president, those, you know, insurgents or whatever you want to call them, those mercenaries that were set up to take out the president because he didn't want to see those orders. He put the spirit on them to do that.
And the spirits are created for vengeance.
God, that's right, that's right.
It's in Revelation chapter 18, verse 21. And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down and shall be found no more at all.
Yeah, it's not violence. Hey, because Esau violent. You know, here it is. Hey, the scripture say you reap what you sow, man. Here it is. You didn't wage war around the planet Earth, man. For your whole rulership, man. So you're going to be taken down by violence, man.
It's going to tell you that we have to see if the wall side is not marked. Whoever is being sold, that's what else. So this what said in the Babylon. It's all that's why it's hard to put the hammer.
Shalom, shalom. You have a Bahashimir with Shabbat.
283 years out of whole rulership.
All it does is promote war. All it does is have world wars, own other people's lands, resources. So that's all the place going to be.
Saying the scriptures say, and Yahweh Shah through Isaac was the one who said it. That, well, he said it to Peter as well. That's the scripture saying, so take the sword, shall perish by it. But whose blessing was the sword? All right, and he gave on his bed. He gave that blessing to Esau. He said, by that sword, shall not kill. You know what I'm saying?
That's why the Lord did. That's crazy. The Lord gave this devil blessing the sword. Right. Because the scripture say you live by the sword, you die by the sword. Right. So it was all lined up for Esau to get put down by the sword. Hey,
his blessing was his
curse.
Yeah.
His blessing was his curse, because ours is the spirit. You know, we trust in Yahweh Shah. What's more there? Hey, Bible check. You need that Proverbs 29?
Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. It says, when the wicked are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn.
So right now, our people
like it. But when the righteous,
I'm about to say,
the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. It says, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn.
So right now, what are people doing, man? All right? People right now are in a state of mourning. Okay, they're not rejoicing. If they were rejoicing, it'd be like the scripture says, kids singing in the streets. You know, it'd be all kind of like joyfulness, man. There ain't that going on right now. All right, it's all kind of judgment taking place. Each and every day, the Lord brings his judgment to light, as the scripture says. All right, so people in a state of mourning, that's why they're protesting. All right, that's why you have in Cuba, Haiti, South Africa, Israel, and many other countries, Venezuela, that's in turmoil right now. All right, why? Because the wicked are bearing rule. Here it is, that's the spirit too. This nigga Jeff Bezos just put the fucking space, so he claimed him and Branson, what's his name? Richard Potter. Branson, yeah, the Virgin Island guy, whatever.
Virgin Mobile, the phone company.
These motherfuckers just went to fucking space, so they claim spent all their money on that, whereas they said that they could have. That's what they claim. Salakia, that's what they allege, a space flight. In so many words, man. That's where they chose to put their money. That's what I'm talking about. They chose to spend their money on stuff that's not beneficial to the people, to the society, to the infrastructure, to homelessness, to the veterans. You know, like the scripture talking about a man that war and pretty much suffered poverty, man. All right, the VA and so on and so forth, man. They ain't put it into the people, into the society, the 99%. They kept it for themselves, man.
Proverbs 29 and 7. It says, the righteous consider the cause of the poor, but the wicked regard not to know it, man. And that's just something like that. The scriptures got this man down pat, man. You know what I'm saying? Esau can't hide. That's why we bring his word out. He taking videos down. You know what I mean? He trying to do anything to come against the truth, man. Right. But the scriptures, the Heavenly Father got this man down to a T, and everybody else on the earth, man. You know what I'm saying? This man, his whole agenda is to basically control the whole world, man. And because he got a God-like complex, man. He want to be looked at as the Heavenly Father, man. But you a wicked ruler, man. How the hell can anybody respect you? And how can you, man? Look, the scripture said, Ecclesiastes, when the righteous are in authority. No.
instead of one that is.
Verse 16, back in Proverbs 29 and 16. It says, when the wicked are multiplied, transgression increase, but the righteous shall see their fall, man. Yeah, and come on, man. You see that to this day, man. The reason why everybody is catching hell and depressed at an all-time high, you know what I'm saying, is because of this man.
Man, you got people that I went to school with on Facebook talking about like they mentally not there. And you know, when they start talking about shit like that, they really on the verge of wanting to commit suicide.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, nervous breakdown, about to lose it, you know, because they don't have their wits about themselves, man. All right, through the Spirit, that's mercy on the Lord's aspect because He allowed us to build up our faith for these things, man. But this is for you. Ecclesiastes 10 verse 1. It says, a wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered.
Right.
He saw don't instruct his people.
Right, no, bro. You ain't wise neither, man. He like to fancy himself as the intelligent, you know what I'm saying? Got the highest IQ. But meanwhile, you destroying every goddamn thing, man. And everybody, man. Go ahead.
It says, as the judge of the people is himself, it says, so are his officers.
It says, as the judge of the people is so are his officers. Go ahead.
It says, and what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein.
So you want to know why everybody around you is damn wicked and crazy as hell? Because look who's ruling, man. Proverbs 12,
Esau, he don't bring forth righteous judgment. Like the shit, some shit that Jake out here doing, they need to be X'd out for it, man. Esau don't do that. He put him in the jail system to try to be more of a criminal. And that's why I say it's a wise drug don't instruct the people. What you supposed to instruct the people with? The laws and commandments of the Bible, man.
Right. Hey, I was just thinking about the guy who had stole that white Mercedes, man, because Apostle Hart had made a video on him. He was like, he should have been put down years ago when he started building it up. They said he had a rap sheet on stealing cars, you know. And like you said, they should have been got rid of that wickedness long ago instead of letting the person, like you say, put him in the prison system and letting him right back out, man.
It's a Psalm chapter 12 and verse 8. The wicked walk on every side when the violent men are exalted.
right, and that link up with the brother just read. It says the wicked walk on every side when the violent man is what? Exalted. Right. So the reason why everybody around you has a wicked, perverse mindset is because of the person that's in control and in rulership, he spread his mindset on people, man. Right. His way, his philosophy, man. That's why when you read the book of Revelation 20 chapter, when Esau came back into power, when the deadly wound was healed and all that, what did he push out, man? He pushed out his vibration, man. It's just like if you was to go to a Jake, let's say a Jake bar. You know what I'm saying? What they gonna be playing? Jake music. Yeah. What they gonna be serving? Jake food. So whoever's in power, they're gonna be pushing their way, man. Right. So he's pushing everything that he thinks, man. He's with homosexuality. He's with women over men, man. Right. He's with this wicked shit, man. So this man gotta get put the fuck down, man, because everybody's catching hell on this devil, man.
He's with this agenda that he's trying to push upon the whole world. Real talk in regards to these waters and ultimately the MOTB, man. All right, going right back to the hours and things like we're talking about, because really, it's coming down to the point where all the world is going to be tried, man. All right, you got brothers, family members that's talking about they don't receive the waters, man. All right, so, hey, man, they put a mark for destruction, man.
You got to make a decision, man. Like, all the witnesses, you know, we start to decide who is saving you with the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? And then, that's what it's saying, it's going to be the more greater. You're not going to operate society and everything that's around you. Right now, it's in jail, most of us understand that things coming that's Revelation 13.
Ecclesiastes 10 verse 3, and unwise king destroyed his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited.
Hey, can I say something? Esau is destroying you people, especially 2/3 of our people. Esau is misleading you people. Esau, you're literally following this devil into a ditch, man. No, Jake, because the scripture say, learn not the way of the heathen. This is how Esau is destroying our people. He turned our people away from the Lord. You got our people eating shrimp, crab, and lobsters, indulging in homosexuality. Esau just destroying you, and he also destroying you other nations too, man. This devil is destroying all of the people of the world, man. Anyone who's following him, man.
He uses witchcraft to make you think that his way is the good way.
And he's desiring to destroy the elect, which is impossible, man. Because the scriptures say that the elect is not going to be plucked out of the hands of Yahweh Shah, man. But Esau desired to destroy the elect.
This is Ecclesiastes 10 verse 16. Woe to thee, O land, when thy king is a child, and thy princes eat in the morning.
Right, and it says, woe to thee, O land, when thy what?
King is a child.
Right, and who's ruling over us, man? The scripture talk about women rule over us and
Children oppressed.
Yeah, children on their oppressors. Right, bro. So this man, he has a childlike mentality, man. You know what I'm saying? And he don't give a damn. He's doing this at any means necessary to get control of the whole world, man. Go ahead.
It says, verse 17, blessed art thou, O land, when thy king is the son of noble.
Right, because when you read about our forefathers, that's how we know for a damn fact, man, the minute the Bible on, they weren't so-called white men, man. Because everything that you read about Moses and all them, man, knowing they was right, they was setting up righteousness, man. You know, they weren't with wickedness, man. You know what I'm saying? But this is the reason why we're in this current condition, man, because the person who's ruling, he's pushing nothing but wickedness upon the whole world, man. And he do it in various ways, man. It's very subtle how he do it, man. You might have a favorite movie, he'll throw some wickedness in there, but just because it's your favorite movie, you pay no attention to the wickedness, man. That's how serious this shit is, man. This is like people don't pick up on it, or you might have a favorite song or a favorite artist, but just because it's your favorite artist or your favorite song, you don't care about the wicked shit that's going on or going to get
that. Like that little Nas X video, the recent one with was it English Baby or some shit like that? But it was looking dancing butt naked, bro.
Yeah, on say, on so-called say.
No, not that one, bro. That's called. This is where he just came out with a new one yesterday. It's called Industry Baby. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that shit's hard, man. Yeah, all of us like this naked.
But just using that as an example on what the brother's speaking about.
So, like the scripture says, spiritual wickedness in high places.
Yep. Hey, and I read an article about this shit, bro. You got people basically, you know, putting up their comments and shit. They like, it's hilarious. A bunch of butt naked men, bro. I'm talking, they literally butt naked, right? But they got their private part. You know how they blur your face out? They got their private blurred out. Everything else you can see the shit. Niggas on the comment board like, it's hilarious. He trending and all this bullshit, bro. Like, bro.
That's a fake man. That's what it does. It's like uses so-called celebrities, some people at the highest stage to push that. One of the things that's common right now that we saw pushing using so-called celebrities to push that nail paint shit, man. It's like every single rapper or whatever, celebrity, whatever, they paint their nails, man. They tell them like, yeah, people in the comment saying that shit off. Yeah. That's the reason why, actors and actresses and celebrities, they get paid so much money. And it's not even because they're talented, it's the influence behind it. Right. You know what I'm saying? Esau understands this. That's why he have a LeBron James on a Ford car. He know the stock is going because it's based off the influence of that. It's witchcraft.
Yeah, because if you see, bro, the rawest rappers or the rappers that's the coldest, they don't really get paid as much. So you're not getting paid off of your talent, you get paid off of the wickedness that you promoting to keep our people locked in.
It's the influencer, bro. I'll give you one more example for the brother in the scripture. Like if you was to watch a news anchor, 9 times out of 10 you'll watch the news if the woman is pretty versus if she ugly. You know what I'm saying? It's little subtle psychology behind that.
Right. That's why they got. Yeah. That's why they with this agenda with our women being whores. They don't use
right. It won't work.
They use pretty women like Megan Thee Stallion. You know what I'm saying? I can't name you. They put something in my hair right now. But brothers know. You know what I'm saying? They use fine women. What's that chick named Corduroy? Don't invite me to the party. She fine as hell. You know what I'm saying? Because these devils already know, man. Because what? A majority of the people in the society, what? They carnal individuals. So they looking at the outward appearance. They ain't looking at what's inside of an individual. You know what I'm saying? Unlike brothers who push this word, plus else break no stone, man. They looking at the outward appearance. And that's when you make your fatal mistake there. This is Ecclesiastes 10:17. It says, blessed art thou, O land, when thy king is the son of nobles, and thy princes eat in due season for strength and not for drunkenness.
Bro, yeah, man. Like I said, man, that's why when we get in power, bro, everything is gonna be elevated, man. The average, even the heathens, man, they not gonna be indulged in folly, bro. You know what I'm saying? They gonna know things, man. They gonna respect and honor wisdom, man. Because in this society, wisdom is fed on, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? It says folly is set in great dignity, man. Folly is held on a pedestal, man. The way that people look at life, man, and how they it's off, man.
This is Ecclesiastes 10:5. It says, It says, there is an evil which I have seen under the sun, as an error which proceeded from the ruler.
Right, and one thing you know about King Solomon, because this is his writings, he studied life, man. He literally, like, bro, because when you read the first couple chapters, he said he gave his heart to know wisdom and folly, bro. You know what I'm saying? So he was just studying because he had time, he had leisure to do it, man. Go ahead.
It says, verse 6, folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place.
And there you go. The reason why, you know what I mean, you can turn on a television show, or you know what I mean, listen to some crazy ass music. Right now. Right, real talk, bro. These people, they had a very low vibration, man. The littlest things frustrate them. You know what I mean? They off the rocker, man.
Bro, that's a real statement, man. It could be the slightest inconvenience. Somebody waiting in line too long. Yeah. Oh my God, come on. You know what I'm saying? Can we get another version? You know what I'm saying? Like you said, the slightest, they don't have no patience.
And what the scripture say? This is a microwave generation. They're doing it now. Yeah. They want everything now. They have no patience.
Instant gratification. Instant gratification. It says, again, Ecclesiastes 10:6, folly is setting great dignity. Like brother talking about this little Nas X guy and all the other influences that they set up in such men to wear dresses, wear skirts, you know, put on makeup. They trying to really have like a neutral gender. They ain't trying to have no male or female, just an X in so many words. It says what though? Verse 7, I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth. So that's backwards, man. All right, here it is. The servants is at the bottom, man. I mean, I'm sorry, select it. The servants are upon the horses, and you got the princes at the bottom right now, man. Which we are the princes of the Halbah Shem Shai. Yasharala, man.
I'm about to give you Nahum 3:19. Like I said, man, this empire, man, this is the worst out of all of the ones we've been in, man. You know what I mean? Because at least in the previous ones, you know what I mean, you had certain things that were still, you know, semi in order, like men. You know what I mean? The previous empires, men were still over women. We knew it was Israelites. Yeah, we knew it was Israelites. You know what I mean? That's a big part. You know what I'm saying? And it was still a little small stuff that Esau held above. You know what I'm saying? But now he just like, fuck, man. There's absolutely no discipline. There, hey, that first one that got his gas stuff down with the back. He said, the kings who do drink and not for drunkenness. And that's this one. You only just enough. Your portions are not going to hold you on your stuff. That's the model of the science. Do whatever you want, do whatever you see on Instagram. Our people post whatever makes you feel good. Fuck everybody else. And he's like, but he posted on his media, man. Hungry while waiting, you know what I mean? Like those little things, like those little mantras that he have out there. Like he basically, you know what I mean? Obey the thirst. Like those things, basically telling you to give it to the flesh, man. To hell with how you are the spirit to the flesh, man. And we all know that the teaching of the how much shines against that, man. Because when you read Galatians 5th chapter, they talk about the works of the flesh, then the works of the spirit, or the fruits of the spirit, and versus the fruits of the flesh, man. You know what I'm saying? And then it goes into some of the fruits of the flesh versus the fruits of the spirit. He's saying that the basic teachers not to consider your last win, man. Okay, not to consider consequences for
not to be prudent.
It's that Nahum chapter 3:19. It says, "There is no healing of thy bruise, thy wound is grievous. All that hear the fruit of thee shall clap their hands over thee. For upon whom have not thy wickedness passed continually."
Yeah, but see, look, this is the thing, man. A lot of people, they're trying to heal Babylon and break, man. What you say, who that heal Babylon? You know what I'm saying? But the Lord, bro, ain't no healer in this place, man. That bruise, right? That bruise is incurable, man. And then what it says, the last part, it says,
"For upon whom have not thy wickedness passed continually."
Right. This man has spread his doctrine literally throughout the four corners, man.
Green Bright
Tree. The reason why you go over there to the brother Capo Patazai, you was talking about in a recent video. He had visited the Virgin Islands, and he was talking about how like basically it's Edomites over there, and they're just balling out of control, bro. Ruling over there. How the hell is there Edomites all the way over there with a native people at? Well, mostly it's like the Northern Kingdom. You know what I'm saying? It's because this man has spread his ways, his philosophy, and he has spread himself everywhere. But what you say, he spread himself like a green bay tree, man. You know what I'm saying? This man is every damn where, man. That's why brothers go to eat. We be at a Israelite spot or
this nigga own that bitch.
This nigga in there, bro. know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. It's a predominantly Israelite spot, but this nigga in the corner somewhere with East Israelite cuisine. Yeah, man. Yeah, bro. That's like I said, man. Esau is in the power seat, man. But real soon, the reason why he's gonna come out of power because it's wicked, man. That's what I'm doing.
This is Mark chapter 10, and verse 8. It said, because of unrighteous dealing, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another.
It's translated from where?
From one people to another.
Okay, and he read the reason why, man. Because unrighteous dealing, man. Injuries got by deceit, man. Because the way you ruled your empire, it wasn't in righteousness, man. You didn't get to the position you're at without doing some dirt, man. You know what I'm saying? Give me James 5. All right,
Scripture literally tell that the earth is given to the hands of the wicked. The Lord gave his power over to this devil, man. We're going to take it away from him.
Come, bro. But it's important. Verse 10. And we got to keep preaching his word, man. Keep bringing it out strong, man, because it hurt Esau, bro. The elder brother, Vegas, he was talking about now Esau.
Karataza.
Esau has created an algorithm that's figuring out brothers' lingo, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is like, this is real petty, man. You worry about brothers, you know what I'm saying, that might have at the most a couple hundred views. You know what I'm saying? But you worried about us trying to get up the internet. Meanwhile, it's all type of other shit.
Yeah, niggas video. I've been watching some of these rapper videos with they 100 million views.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Short guns,
Yeah.
Weed,
Yeah.
women.
But that's not hate. That's not hate. That's not.
They talking. Look, you got niggas literally talking about catch a hop, smoke a hop.
Yeah.
Then you got niggas on there talking about I killed this dead nigga, this block. Yeah.
That's not greatness in Esau, though. What's greatness is this word, man.
So Mark chapter 10 and verse 9. It says, why is earth and ashes proud?
Right. It says, why is earth and ashes proud, man? Why are you humans, you mortal beings proud, man? Because that's what we're made of, man. We're made of a table of elements, earth and ashes, man. You know what I'm saying? He created man from the dust of the ground.
It says, there is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man.
Right, man. Because when you covet, you want something that don't belong to you. But you know what I'm saying? You willing to do any and everything to get it, man. And that's Esau to a T. He is carnality in the flesh, man. Real talk, bro. That man, he is the embodiment of carnality, man. The perfect devil, bro. The Lord, he knew he was doing. He made that thing, man.
If you said that, I want to make a point because Esau, he covetous because of the birthright.
Yep.
And ultimately, this is why Esau is doing what he does. And Esau knows that our people is spreading throughout all of these countries, and that's why he has to push his way through all of these countries.
What happened when Jacob got the birthright, man? He supplanted it, man. You know what I mean? When Isaac passed, he said, then should I slay my brother Jacob, man? He was on Jacob, bro. Jacob had to come up with that, that plan. You know what I'm saying? The basic, Esau to embrace him, right? So he had to separate, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the first one, so they all stay back and can't stay
Because Jacob already know the type of individual Esau is.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He doesn't get track record.
Right.
And it says, for such in one sitting, his own soul, so like he said it, his own soul to sell, because while he's living, he cast away his vows.
Right. Yeah, you cast away your vows, meaning you compromise your integrity just to get tangible and moral things. Yeah.
You know, basically, you have no morals or you have no honor, man. You know what I'm saying? Because no standards, bro. At least them heathens, like, you know what I mean? Like Moab and Ammon, like, yeah, they heathens, they wicked as hell too, but they do have some type of character about them, man. You know what I'm saying? This devil, though, if you look at
Hebrews chapter 12.
This man has no type of, he has no character, he has no honor. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got it, man. He through.
Hebrews 12 and 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright.
That shows you the integrity of the character of that man. You sold the birthright over some Lintos, bro.
That home.
Yeah, man.
You come fast.
Man, well, he like I always make this joke. He probably wouldn't even build that long. I think it's over probably 30 minutes, bro.
It don't take that long too. It's how he wasn't. We extrapolate to say he was a cunning hunter.
Right.
He went to the word cunning and experience. So he already had experience when it comes to hunting, bro. So you can extrapolate from that skill alone that that nigga wasn't there for long. Because then when you look at the scenario,
how Jacob came, he put the shit on him, his hair, his mama told him that he wouldn't do it. Then right after that, Esau did it. So that's how you do it. It was a quick succession of events that took place, bro. You know what I'm saying?
My sons. He said, that was stupid. I'm like, yeah, that was stupid. He had no integrity. Like, why you just going to house and this and
Real talk, bro. Hey, cause thank you.
Right.
Right. Yeah, bro. That's what I'm saying. Everything is controlled by the word of the Lord, man. Lord didn't want his ass, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah, you got me. Everything played out.
And if you think about it, he was a cook himself because Isaac told him to go and cook some venison for him.
Yeah, that was back when Esau cooked.
Yeah.
It was undone. It was red. It was still
That's
blood.
what Jacob was telling him. He was like, look, bro.
It ain't even done yet.
That's why today Esau love when you go buy steak, you want blood still in there. Which blood? You're not supposed to eat the blood because there's the life in it.
And Esau know that. That's why he drink blood. Because he think he's doing some type of supernatural power.
Baby blood. Yep. You.
That's why they deal with drinking blood and blood sacrifice and things like that. Drinking corn, like the brother said. This Hebrews 12, verse 17. For ye know how afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected.
Right, and why was he rejected, man? Because ultimately, man, it was what the scripture say, but the children
Not yet born.
Right. You know what I mean? It was that's like somebody did that
Purpose of election.
time, bro.
Yeah, yep.
11.
I got it right here. Yeah. This Romans chapter 9 and verse 13.
Yeah, because he just read in Hebrews that he was.
Let's start up some.
I did start it. But I'm going for the brother. This Romans 9 and 11. For the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of the heavenly Father, according to election, might stand, not of works, but of him that called.
Right, so you got to remember, man, like the Heavenly Father, he's the ultimate chess player. He already got things set in motion before we even born, man. You know what I mean? So even before Jacob and Esau came on the scene, it was already set up in the spirit that Jacob was going to receive the blessing, man.
Hey, you know that when you read Jeremiah when it said, "For I formed you, I knew thee."
Right, and that's the spirit because when Paul is iterating, he's going into Romans, it's a lot. Genesis 4th chapter. He's going to Genesis the 4th chapter, right? Because the scripture, the Heavenly Father, the angel told what was his name? Rebecca. The angel told Rebecca that what? 2 days for in our womb. Then one people the elder said the younger. So that's why Apostle Paul was reiterating that in the Hebrew chapter. I'll read it again. It said, for you know how that afterwards, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected. So I'm reading the wrong verse. I was in Romans 9 and 11. For the children being not yet born, right? Going back to the vision that Rebecca had when the church, because she went to the Heavenly Father, was asking the Heavenly Father, if it be so, why am I thus? Why are they fighting? Why are they going back and forth with twin baby those in her womb? Okay, it says, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of the Heavenly Father, according to election, might stand, not of works, but of him that called him. It was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger.
Right, and who came out first, man?
There we go.
Esau, man. But it was already set up in the spirit, man, that Jacob rule over Esau, and it's going to be forever, man. I mean, so we in that transitional period, man. You know what I'm saying? When Jacob is about to overtake the scripture about the English, overtake the plow, man. Vice versa. The plowman overtake the people, man.
This second Ezra chapter 6, verse 7. It says, then answered up and said, what shall be the part of the son of the child, or when shall be the end of the verse, and the beginning of it that follows?
Right, so hey, Ezra wanted to know, man. When you gotta understand, man, our forefathers, they understood the manuscripts, man. What I mean by manuscripts is scrolls, man. They understood the history. That's why Paul was quoting the hell out of it. Old Testament, and the various other prophets, man. Howard Shai himself, man, he studied from the age of 12 on up, man. And now he had the Holy Spirit on from the womb, man. So you know how before all of us for it is once the Holy Spirit on it, now you understand everything, man. Y'all had that from a youth, man. So man, imagine how heavy the Spirit was on it. So I quoted it.
And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's skin healed first the heel of Esau.
That's right.
For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows.
This is it. Jacob and Esau is the end of the world. Who's Esau? The so-called white race. Yeah. They're Esau is their forefather, man. That because the descriptions describe Esau as red, okay, all hairy all over like a hairy garden.
And violent.
There's only two types of people in this world. You got different shades of red people. You got different shades of brown people, man. So the end of the world is Esau. Who's ruling the world right now? Esau. Who's all the money? Esau. Who makes all the laws? Esau. So this is Esau's ending right now, man.
And you know, you also know Esau is in part right now through the prophets. The MOB. You know, been in that time where these last days prophecies that the Lord and the prophets spoke about in the scriptures coming to pass while Esau is doing.
Hey, that's the spirit. But all this is about Esau and Jacob, man. This is about Esau and Jacob. And this is why Esau set up these different pastors in these churches, man. He set these pastors up, and they go to theological school to learn a certain doctrine that they have to push on the congregation to keep you from knowing what's going on and what's the truth, man.
Yeah, that's why the apostle referred to it as theological cemetery.
Yeah.
I got one. Oh, this Amos chapter 9 and verse 13. Behold, the days come, said Yahweh, that the plowman shall overtake the reaper, and the trader of grapes, him that soweth seed, and the mountains shall drop sweet wine, and all the hills shall melt. Right, so there you go. That's that trading position, man. That trading power, man. We're the plowman, he sows the reaper, man. Everything that we do, what does a plowman do? And he goes out there and he lays seed, man. Right. And the reaper comes in and gets the benefits of that, man. And there's a prophecy in Isaiah where it talks about that. It says, we ain't gonna know more our money.
Trust on him that's no,
not that one. Slavery, he didn't have nothing built up, and that was an example of a plowman, right? You know, out in the field, and then the reaper was the Edomite to beat him afterwards because he didn't have enough weight. Just using it as an example.
Well, see, they got interfering off our labor, all this stuff. Right. The whole time America came about, man.
That's what a reaper is. A reaper benefits
Off of the flower.
Look at all these 500 companies, these Huntington banks, these grocery stores, all of these companies that we spend our money in, they started with slaves at one point in time, man. Everyone started with slaves.
A lot of them are the banks, USA Today, Chase Bank, insurance NSX, railroads, like the brother said, insurance, Rothschild Bank. You got to do some research, man. There's a bunch of them out here.
Schools.
That's still universities. Yeah, universities, man. Yeah, that's origin goes back to slavery. Wall Street is another one. That was the first
Commodity slaves.
This was Solomon chapter 5, verse 1. It says, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him.
And who afflicted us, man? Who afflicted us, man? Right. You know, people don't like to pinpoint who afflicted us, man. Oh, the government. No, man. So-called white man afflicted us, man. So we standing up in great boldness, man, because guess what? We ain't got no military. We don't own nothing. Esau got a military. He tracks us. He knows what school our kids go to. He tracks our phone conversations. But we standing up in great boldness because what, man? We got our faith and trust in God while she out shot, man. The world ended because God and Jesus Christ.
Yeah, this is an example of what's standing great boldness, right? We're out here right now. He ain't just a white man up. So you know. He said you're going into slavery. So that's a sign of great boldness.
Back in the day, if you were even whistling a so-called white person, right, they would put you to death and hang you.
What happened to Emmett Till? Right? They said that Emmett Till allegedly whistled at a white man. Yeah, a young child, bro. You know what I'm saying? You gotta believe even if he did whistle at her, his intentions wasn't to. You know what I'm saying?
But she came out now.
I know. And said he did it years ago. And now, how many times have you seen, like on TikTok, these women fake crying? These Edomites fake crying, coming up with sound stories, you know, and then they get the sway of the About a woman. About a fucking woman. Take man on the other.
Hey, that's why we talk about women, bro. Scripture said, you know what I'm saying? Through her, we all die, bro. Through women, it's the book of Sirach, bro.
You gotta be in the beginning of sin.
Yeah, you gotta be, you know what I'm saying? You gotta have that discernment when you're dealing with these women out here, man. Because these women, the scripture talk about that even across the ball and talk about it. Some that turn aside and after Satan, bro. You know, they hearts and snares and bands and nets, man. Bro. And it says, and made no account of his labor.
And they ain't never made no account of our labors.
Yeah, they won't even give you no reparations. They won't even give you no reparations. Jake been talking about reparations for years now. You know, for decades, really. And they ain't gonna make no account of your labor because we the ones who built up this society. What do you think all these roads and things? Going back to the railroad, to the highways, you know what I'm saying? We built this society up for free.
Buildings that's out here.
The White House, even going to Washington, D.C., the White House where the president live at right now, man, for his tenure, his 4-year tenure, who do you think built that house, man? The so-called Negroes, the slaves, man.
The comedian that just passed away, Paul Moore, he was talking about that in the sitcom, talking about Jake built it up, they got burnt down, Jake built it back up, and then they had the audacity to call it the White House. You know what I'm saying? He built it.
That's just, they made no, even today, because slaves was transferred from private owners to corporate slaves. These jobs don't make no account of our labor today. Here it is, you can work at McDonald's, make minimum wage, but then they make you billions of dollars a year, man.
Bro, that's why, you know, Frito-Lay, people got all Doritos, MTs, and all these shit. The employees, they going on strike for that shit. They talking about it. It's like slave. You know what I'm saying? It's like slave labor.
Little much as possible.
That's why they call it. That's why they call it minimum wage. They're giving you the smallest amount possible. You know what I'm saying? In cohesion with the regulations that they brothers set up. So that's why I refer to it as minimum wage.
But compared to the CEO, they be 400% or 500% higher than the entry-level employee.
And they're the ones doing all the work.
They don't even do that, bro. Like we were talking, we used to work at Ashley Virgin. So I used to tell them, I said, man, look. Delivery driver stop, drive like a Pizza Hut in your place. If the delivery driver stop, that business go down. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like a furniture company, any type of any type of delivery service, any type of logistics. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what they label that as when you deliver shit. They label it as logistics. So if any of these individuals who work these jobs, bro, they was the point, bro. The whole company is lost. Like I'm talking about either going to the individuals that bring the supplies. If it was like the brother Mashal, he drive 18 wheels. So if these type of individuals, that's why they had to seek the truckers, they just stop the wheels. Because and the majority of them truckers who were doing that, they was Edomites because they know, bro. They know who really control the supply chain. The individual who's bringing that shit to you.
But Rashad, I just want to read the headline. This is yesterday on CNN. People are just walking out in the middle of shifts. Right. What it's like to work in a restaurant right now. It's like it's gonna be slower time to sit down, slower time for your meal to come. They be in the middle of cooking, just walk the hell out, man.
I'm scared, bro. I was just Googling, the PPP stuff, and my job, the ones who own my job, they got over almost $1.5 million. $16,000 per employee that they got, and they didn't give us a job, man.
That's Babylon, bro. It's like it don't give a damn about the people, man. You know what I'm saying? It's only concerned with fattening and expanding its military, bro. Because it's so much. It's like $700 billion in the military defense.
I just looked at 700. America put $776 billion in their military this year.
Damn, bro.
And right now it's 150 million people worldwide that's homeless.
See, you saw either, bro. But the brother was talking about it like the reason why people. They quitting their jobs and they bumping the hell out because they like, man, fuck this.
And the scriptures, when you read the scriptures, it tells you that when a person works a job, the scriptures say that they supposed to receive their wages before the sun go down. So when you go to work, before that sun go down, you're supposed to receive your wages.
Every day.
People don't do that. You pay you every week, every 2 weeks, so you always behind.
Right. Then when you go into the Constitution, wages ain't constant. I forget the other, it is wages. Got another one, I forget. But it is the wages not supposed to be taxed. They're not supposed to tax you on the that you earn for that labor that you perform. They're not supposed to tax you. They'll tax your check, bro.
And you know what's so crazy, Because no jobs are forcing you to get direct deposit. job is forcing you to get direct deposit, but then you gotta pay to use your money. You go to the ATM, you gotta pay these devils to use your money. Every time you go to the ATM, they want to take $2.50 from you, man.
That's what everybody who uses the U.S. currency. You know what I'm saying? That's why they tax everybody. Anybody who uses U.S. currency, they tax you.
Hey, the brother,
You gotta pay them to use that.
the brother said the word reparation. I got the definition on the online etymology. Late 14th century, it says repair.
That's what the word reparation means. To repair.
Act of mending a sense now rare or obsolete. Also amends, compensation, recompense, satisfaction for injury.
Right, you know, recompense is a compound word.
Payback.
One word compensate. So payback. Payback. Here we go. Here we go.
What they say.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Cold-blooded. Yeah, real talk.
Oh, hold on. It's a little bit more. It say compensation for war damage owned by the aggressor.
Hey, the scripture say their possessors
Slayed him and hold himself not guilty.
Right.
At James 5, going to talk, so I got the riches, man, but now the judgment coming. It's James chapter 5, verse 1. Go to now, ye rich men, weep in hell, when your miseries shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are more evil.
Right, what miseries gonna come upon these rich men? Right? Slavery. That's why they gonna power. They gonna get, you know what I'm saying? Their kingdom gonna be, the world gonna be pulled from under them.
The greatest opportunity to riches down by the sea, the kingdom translated on the wickedness and corruption of Esau God's riches. So, hey, the kingdom of the translated. It says, verse 3, your gold and silver is cankered, and the rest of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. They have eaten treasures together for the last days.
Right, I'm about to say this, you go into the word corrupted, right? With that money system, because we go back to the 30s, they used what? They had the silver certificate, they had the gold standard, they had coins that was made out of pure silver. Now when you in this, right now in 2021, the money that shit ain't the same, so it was corrupted, bro. Just like the Romans.
The narrative, when you go back to the history of Rome, it started off the area started off, that was their currency at that time. It started off with pure silver, man. And then throughout the ages of the empire, it started to decay and decline. They started infusing, it started taking away the silver and infusing it with lesser metals, man.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And if I could go into the word corrupted, it said made unreliable by errors or alterations. And that's what they do with the money. They alter it. Feel me? And that shit became unreliable. That's why the U.S. currency is like
Worth nothing.
It isn't worth.
You might ask yourself, like the person might ask, okay, what was the reason for that? Because you got to remember back during that time, if you had a dollar that was worth a silver certificate, you can exchange that dollar for
1 ounce
silver.
gold.
So their whole thing was right. Their whole thing was, okay, how can we get the silver from these people, man? And then they had like a few other things that was going to like when they started confiscating all the gold.
This nigga basically robbed everybody.
Shit like that.
We gonna get some real shit.
Y'all like fake shit. On board with giving up their precious metals because this was a well thought out plan by Esau. Right? He talked about how, what is it? He gave a diligent search for. And so therefore, man, this is well thought out because he wanted to have people relying on him. You know what I'm saying? In order for what's coming now, which is going to be the MOTB.
And now when you give gold out, it don't even be pure 100% gold.
Yeah, it's altered. It's altered. Right. It's stretching it out.
Hollow.
It basically is this control system. And now it's like this chicken will do. But now what we're coming upon is a perfected system of currency, man. That's where you get the MOTB for, man. Because Esau, he already came to the conclusion, like the currency that we use in our pocket is a control system. But now he came up with a more efficient and effective control system, which is basically like the UEI, and what's going to eventually go to MOTP, man. You know what I'm saying? Because over here in China, they got something called damn, how do they yeah, the social points, man. The water, bro. The water, John. They got the social points, bro, where like Esau can restrict certain things from you. Like say if you got a bad credit score, he can take away your ability to go fly out. You know what I'm saying? Or be at this restaurant.
Get a car, get a house.
Get a car, get a house. Certain shit like that, like credit scores, man. All that is controlled and it fucks up your life, man. Like that.
This Revelation 13 and verse 16. And he comes all both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, receiving mark in their right hand or in their forehead.
Right now, brothers already know, man. What's that mark right there, man? It's character, man. You come on, you know what I'm saying? It's this character, man. All right, which goes to an incision or a printed mark, man. And that is physical, man. For all you people out there that does some wayward doctrine, that's a physical implementation that John the Revelator saw that in the latter days people will be taking in their hands, man. All right, because this system that Esau has created, it is a control mechanism to govern your life, man. Oh yeah, Isaiah. Somebody come on real quick.
Go ahead, you got it.
Oh,
You got it.
Isaiah? Yeah.
And it says, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that have the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name.
Right, it said no man might buy or sell unless you got the mark, man. Unless you got that MOTP, man. The system that Esau's creating, fiat money ain't gonna matter no more, man. Because the currency that he's creating is gonna govern your life, man. It's gonna be a control mechanism, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's what John the Revelator is saying, man. When he was on the Isle of Patmos, and Al Shah gave him that vision, all right, he seen that people were taking a mark, all right, and it was an actual, got the sound out here, but it was an actual mark, and it's the size of a grain of rice, called the mark by Egypt.
But this 2 Kings chapter 18 and verse 21, it say, now behold, thou trusted upon the staff of this bruised reed, even upon Egypt, on which if a man lean, it will go into his hand, and pierce it. So is Pharaoh king of Egypt unto all that trust on him. And that's what's going to happen to our people. They're going to trust in this man, and they're going to lean upon that reed, man. Because that's what the scripture said, once you go down and seek for help. That's what our people going to do. They're going to go to this man for help when they ain't got no food, they ain't got no shelter. They're going to go to find Esau. And that's going to be their shame, man.
This is Isaiah 36:6. It says, lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt. Going right back to what we're talking about. Isaiah 36:6. Lo, thou trustest in the staff, which is the support of this broken reed. Man. Oh, it's talking about how they trust in the pressure, man. It says what? On Egypt, whereon if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it. So is Pharaoh king of Egypt to all that trust in him.
I want to see if you notice.
Because like I said, this system wants to what scripture was that?
That was Isaiah 36:6.
And this was 2 Kings 18.
Oh, what?
It was double to
Yeah, our people shouldn't be trusting in this broken reed, man. Here it is, this place on the down and out. Y'all still trying to set up business. Y'all still trying to, you know what I'm saying, look back, so to speak. Instead of turning to your house by shot. If I'm about to do away with this place, the scripture do say all the things that you see now is temporal. So everything that you labor for, your job, your house, your car, your dog, your family, all of this stuff right now is temporary, man. All right? The things you see now is eternal. That's what the scripture say. Follow this shit. Go ahead. Y'all trust in the wrong thing instead of your house. If you're to say it's better to put confidence and trust in your house.
You gotta understand, man, this man is not for your well-being, man. How many times this man, like Lil Ariana say, how much ass does he have to kick? Real talk, bro. For you niggas to understand that he ain't your friend, man. He ain't here, man. He ain't your friend, bro.
Good. I scripturally tell you that the most I can do Esau is important liar. This is also
the father of it.
Yeah, father. He say he come out the womb speaking loud. This is also Sirach chapter 27 and verse 1. It say, many have sinned for a small matter, and he that seeketh for abundance returns eyes away. As a nail sticketh fast between the joinings of the stones, so doing sin stick close between buying and selling.
Woo! And what's the ultimate sin, man? Taking that MOTP, man. Bring it back. I don't think brothers bring it back.
This is Sirach chapter 27 and verse 2. It says, as a nail sticketh fast between the joinings of the stones, so doing sin stick close between buying and selling.
Right, there you go, man. That's the ultimate sin, man. That's ultimate idolatry, man. When you take that MOTV, man, because you're making an allegiance to Satan, man. You're making a pledge to the spiritual demon Satan and this whole beast system, man. That's why I said, man, sin stick close to buying and selling, man. Because people don't think, oh, I'll just take it, I'm just taking it, I'll fight you. It's not that big of a deal. That's the ultimate fucking sin, man. That's what these people don't understand, bro. That's the ultimate disrespect to them and Father. And once you take that, man, it's bad. You can just read Revelation 14 and call it a night, man. That's your ass, bro.
Can I get this for the brother real quick? Galatians 6 verse 17. It says, from henceforth, Galatians 6 and 17, from henceforth, let no man trouble me, for I bear in my body the marks of the Lord Yahushua HaMashiach, which this marks goes to stigma. And the stigma definition, it says, a mark put in or branded upon the body to ancient Oriental usage, slaves and soldiers bore the name or the stamp of their master.
Back in the ancient days, you used to own what you got, brand your cattle.
Yeah, like
Basically, it's yours, so people can know who it belongs to. So basically, when our people take that MOB, you basically saying you belong to E.
right. It says the name of the stamp of their master or commander branded or pricked, which it says in parentheses, cut into their bodies to indicate what master or general they belong to. And there were even some devotees who stamped themselves in this way with the token of their gods or deities.
So basically, our people basically saying E is their God, man. We belong to E. You know? And that's why the Most High, he's gonna be really offended at you individuals who take that. And when Revelation the 14th chapter, I believe, verse 9, that's why you people gonna get that ultimate judgment.
Right? The scripture literally say that y'all shall have no other gods before me. And the scripture said the Lord is a jealous power. So if you over here worshiping Esau, the Lord look at you, all right, that's what you want to do. All right, fuck you.
What's what Jay-Z talking about jealousy? I remember the nigga on one of his songs say jealousy is a female trait. So what you saying, nigga? Because the Most High is a jealous person.
He wouldn't have made that statement if he was scripture. Right? That's the problem with Jacob, man. And then what the scripture say, man, you can't serve two masters, man. Right? If you gonna love the one and you hate the other, you hate the other. And the scripture also say the fear of the Most High is talking about the men. So they don't really care how much. They set up their own way of racism. What they think the God should be like this. That's my God. My God would never do. My God would only spare 8 people alive. You know what I'm saying? There it is. This bitch Beyonce that came up with a Beyonce Bible. Y'all can look that up, man. Ask me, like, what God are you talking about, man? Because God is for Allah just needs power, man. So when they throw that word, it's a title, bro. When they throw that word, I praise God and I worship God, you gotta get in depth with what they're talking about. What God are you talking about, man? You get to question their ideology and their beliefs, man. Because a lot of people worship Satan, man.
Ultimately, they all worship idols, man. Because ultimately they say, not my God, because when these things will happen, what really happened. And the first them, and secondary, it's what happens. So you can say, oh, my God will do this. They will show you worship idols. There you go. This is what's going to happen.
Right.
You got it. Yeah. All right. And then you said they did it with the Ivy League, too. We talking about the Brandon and the Ivy League. And with Eternity stuff. Yeah. And with Runaway Slave. Yeah, Runaway. They were Brandon. Yeah, they went away. You're trying to keep track of his cattle. But this what you said is Revelation. I started at 1. Revelation 1 and 1. Revelation of Hamashiach Yahushua, which Yahweh gave unto him to show unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass. And he sent and signified it by his angel unto his servant John, who bear a record of the word of Yahweh and the testimony of Yahushua Hamashiach, and of all things that he saw. You know, so that was a physical part that he saw. Yeah, spiritual part that he saw.
Yeah. And then that's what you said. Read that last verse back real quick.
This is Revelation 1 and 2, who bear a record of the word of Yahweh and of the testimony of Yahushua Hamashiach, and of all things that he saw.
Right, because like I said, man, when you go into the right, every father gave the prophets literal vision of what was to come, man. That's how they was able to break down everything. Even when you go back to the time of Moses, man, when Moses got the vision about how to make the temple and all that. It's like, bro, the Heavenly Father gave them like visions to where they got it in detail, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you have a dream, you have dreams now, man. You might, explain it to a brother about this, man, this happened, this, that, and the third. So the Heavenly Father put it in their mind, but it wasn't a dream, it was a vision, it was more in depth, man. So they understood how to break it down better, man.
Book of Revelation 22:6 will tell you that these things must surely come to pass. So everything that was being displayed in the vision was future things. I'm talking about spiritual word. Show you that prophecy is prophecy that happened, and it's prophecy that's about to happen. This is Isaiah chapter 42 and verse 9. It said, "Behold, the former things are come to pass, and new things do I declare."
Go ahead.
And it says, "Before they spring forth, I tell you of them."
And that's our job, man. Before they spring forth, we tell you of them, man.
That's the whole thing of a prophet. We tell you beforehand of what's to come, what's about to happen.
Yep. And that's why you say when no vision is, the people perish, man. But when people don't got the prophets around, man, you see what happens, man. They get misled, they get beguiled, they get thrown in captivity. You know what I'm saying? But the prophets be here to tell you what it is, man. It's like during the time of Jeremiah, man. They didn't want to listen to Jeremiah when Jeremiah told you and they was going to go into captivity. And what happened, man? You know what I'm saying? They got thrown in captivity, man.
Because they always beg for a sign. This is the sign right here.
Sign of Jonas.
The man on the highways and byways across the four corners of the earth, man. This is that sign.
What the Lord say, man?
Seeking for a sign.
No sign should be given to him.
Prophet Jonas.
You know what I'm saying? But we this is us, man. But the people, our people in the world don't want to accept this, and they look at it like, oh, y'all just some niggas. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't nobody. Because the Esau has put that demonization on the tribes, man. And all we look at is gangsters, thugs, hoes, bitches. You know what I'm saying? But we the ones that wrote all this history about the scriptures and stuff like that, man.
Hey, it's nothing new under the sun. Think about it. They look at the Messiah like, ain't you Joseph's son? Ain't you Mary's son? Yeah, you feel me? Like, you ain't nobody, so
it's all good. You understand, man? The prophet is not
without honoring his own.
And they think because and with the local pastors, they driving Rolexes, Bentleys and
Nice
how
suits.
you niggas is men of the Lord and you niggas is struggling.
Right.
They don't understand, man. They don't understand how
Gms
our
Cleveland.
things is, man.
This is Sirach chapter 24, and verse 32. "I will yet make doctrine shine as the morning. It will send forth a light afar off."
That's what we're doing right now. We're proclaiming this truth, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's all in its pure sense, man. Because people get a hold of the scriptures and they just put their own fucking twist on it, man. Like these Christians, man. You know what I'm saying? Or any of these other people that's not sent from the Heavenly Father, man. Like the word.
Say that higher shall see that teaching. They should not be moved to a corner anymore. Because the true prophets, the true people that's going to preach this word are out there, man. And Lord willing is us. And it says, "I will yet pour out doctrine as prophecy and leave it to all ages forever." And that's what you see the Lord doing, man. He's pouring out his prophecy forever, man. This is everlasting. His word is going to continue forever, man. And it says, "Behold, that I have not labored for myself only, but for all them that seek wisdom."
Bro, you gotta understand, man. All
That's
the
cold.
brothers, man, they did a diligent search, man. The Heavenly Father put the
I ain't
spirit
doing
on them,
this for
and
me.
it was just it was going in, man. And when you read 2 Ezra 14, man, it tell you that the spirit hopped on them to write down the books, man. They was up like 40 days and 40 nights. It was just, bro, you know what I mean? Finished, bro. You know what I'm saying? So the spirit is on our forefathers, man, to collect all this history and then put it in a conversation known as the Bible, man.
That's why the scripture said that things went for time, but went for our learning. You know?
So when you get in this system, you're studying, you got to remember that you're doing it not only for ourselves, but you're doing it for the brothers, man.
Right.
Hey, look at this! I was just
That's
hiding.
why the scripture said you can save thyself and them their enemies. You know, it said we enter in other man's land.
Yeah, that's true as hell, man. Because the ones that paid the road for us, what? Apostles are them, you know what I mean? High priests are y'all, King Marshall, whole nine. And they didn't go back further than them, man. You know what I'm saying? Our forefathers, that was wrong, man. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
It's Daniel chapter 12, verse 9. And he said, Go thy way, Daniel, for the words are closed up and sealed to the end, to the time of the end. Many shall be purified and made white and tried, but the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand what God shall understand. Right, that's what it's saying. The election understanding the word of Christ. Right.
The Lord got ordained to receive this word, man. But 2/3 of our people, they gonna reject it. Man. They don't give a fuck about it, man. So to hell with them.
Daniel 12:4. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased.
And that's where you get that. That's where you get this technology. This technology, the reason why, going back about a little over 100 years, man, the reason why people, mankind has just developed life is because the Heavenly Father gave them the mind and inspiration to develop these things, man. Now you got it to where you got a damn computer in your pocket, man. You know what I'm saying? And now he pushed it a step further to where he's trying to get it to where he can obtain immortality, man. You know what I'm saying? But the Heavenly Father is gonna put a stop to all that before you can lay your hands on that, man. Immortality is coming for us, man. You know what I'm saying? Immortality is coming for us, man, because you can't rule it. You can't rule a entire world, man, and wickedness, man, and think, you know what I mean, everything's gonna be okay, man. Because what you're saying in Romans 6, man, for the wages of sin and death, man. If this thing was to live forever, man, it's the whole world. Look at the world now, man. Imagine him doing this for eternity, bro.
No flesh should be saved.
And this is Job chapter 20, verse 23. When he is about to fill his belly with that MOTB, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. You know, I'm gonna keep going.
Right, so we're talking about the village belly, man. All right, right now, he has to be close to the people of the building of this power, man. You know where he thinking about his company's agenda. All right. Oh, can you bring that back?
This is Job chapter 20, verse 23. When he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating.
Yeah, so the Lord not about to bless this place, America. You talk about God bless America. The Lord's not about to bless this place, man. This place on the down and out. This place is cold. Contrary to your house, shining this way. The Lord's about to come purge this place by fire.
That's right. Verse 24. It says, he shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through.
So there it is, man. All right, he ain't gonna escape the judgment. The latter end of his this place is the sword, man. Malachi 4:1. So much that, like you said, ain't gonna leave a root or a branch, man. Okay, so that's a devastating destruction. That's the wrathful indignation of the Lord, man. At the same time, simultaneously, of the destruction, you're gonna have a great salvation. All right, because I opened up speaking about those chariots, man. 144 sightings, 04 to 2021. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, how about Chanel Shah is about to make a grand return, man.
And there's the thing, man. Like, Esau act like he ain't got this shit coming to him, man. You done did all this damn witness, but all of a sudden the Lord is gonna let you off the hook, man. Hell fucking no, man.
He said he will not at all acquit the wicked.
Real talk, bro.
Say you're angry with the wicked every day. This is on Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 18 and verse 7. So if thy people was accepted both the salvation of the righteous and destruction of their enemies. And that's what the Lord is going to bring when he come with those chariots, man. The salvation of the righteous and the destruction of our enemies, man.
And that's a beautiful thing, man. To know that this place is hosted, you don't get the judgment written that the scriptures speak about, and then that the elect gonna get delivered, man. You know what I'm saying? That's beautiful, man. This is what we've been. This is why we out here. This is what we live for, literally, bro. You know what I mean, brothers? You know what I mean? An individual wake up. You know what I mean? Like LeBron James, somebody they wake up, all right, I'm here at the gym for today, get 100 shots in this and a third. He lives for that. He lives the preacher's word, man. And to see the downfall and destruction of this wicked place, man. You gotta be a wicked person, man, to just be for the system, man, and not say nothing, man. Right. You know, all this wickedness going on left and right, man. The brother made mention of the Lil Nas X video and all that. You had hardcore niggas in the comment board. I'm pretty sure on Twitter and all that. He's brave. He's brave for coming out.
You know who produced that song, bro? Kanye West, bro.
I'm saying, yeah.
He produced that.
Yeah, so you should.
But that's
You can only imagine.
I thought Kanye West was done.
But see, that's the thing. What people starting to figure out is that's the true essence of America, though.
Yeah.
Highlighting what Babylon the Great is really about, man. It's about lewd behavior, man. It's about wickedness, man. Yeah, bro. And that's what Esau, he's slowly coming out and showing the public, like, look, this is what I'm really about, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you get with a woman, and then after a while, she show you her true colors, true intentions. You know what I'm saying? Like, she might be a gold digger, but at first she don't show you that. But then after a while, you spend time like, man, I understand now. This is what she really after.
Every time this was asking me for money. Every time.
This nigga's been posing the whole time as being holy and righteous, man. Writing stories and books and putting color books in the kids' buildings and the schools, highlighting that he's God chosen people. Man, you a devil, man.
That's why the scripture says this man got to be taken out of the way, man. Esau got to be taken out of the way.
He got you, bro. He got to go, man. The Heavenly Father, man, that would be very unrighteous if he was just to let this man keep ruling like this, man. For all eternity, man. Go ahead,
Jeremiah 49 and verse 10. For I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places. You shall not be able to hide them.
How did he uncover his secret places, man? By the mouth of the prophets, man. We the ones that's exposing this motherfucker who he is, man. Give me Isaiah 47. I'm off the shop, man.
Oh, Isaiah 47 and 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. It says, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans.
Yeah, there's no throne for you, man. So you're not next in line, nor you Chuck Lee, man. Yeah,
right.
Chuck Lee's.
Right. You know what, man?
The Chaldeans go to the ancient Magi dealing with the witchcraft and sorcery. All right, because in that time, that's what people was indulging in. Just like now, this whole chapter was deal with witchcraft and sorcery. You know, like verse 12 in particular. But nevertheless, he said, "Come down and sit in the dust, man. The Lord about to bring you Edomites." So he said that pride, that loftiness. What is it? The pump. In Isaiah 14, he said they're gonna bring that pump down to the grave, man.
Yeah.
You know, it says what? "Oh, daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate."
Yeah, this place ain't gonna no more be looked at as that fair and delicate woman, man.
Right.
It's now starting to be exposed to who it, and what its true intentions are, man. You know what I'm saying? When you do enough digging, you'll start to figure out that, like the popes and stuff like that, these high politicians, they into witchcraft, man, and they into wickedness, bro. You know what I mean? Spirit cooking the whole 9 yards,
That's
bro.
the spirit, because the spirit right now is shining light on Joel Osteen because he just bought a $325,000 Ferrari. And they're like, I wonder what JC, that's what they call it. Like, I wonder what JC would think about this investment that he just made. Also, the fact that he shut his doors to the people during the hurricane.
Yeah.
He's not really for the people, but he had made $4.4 billion in PPP grants. So they like he a false prophet, and it's starting to come out. You know, people starting to look at these leaders like, what the hell? You know.
Last year or the year before, I think it was Joe Osteen say that he wasn't gonna pray for you unless you give him tithes or something like that.
I believe that, man. I believe that. You know,
Joe Osteen is the Edomite, the one with the like. Yeah, him.
Isaiah 47 and 2, take the millstones and grind meal, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg.
That's what we're doing right now, man. We're uncovering a lot, making bare the leg, man. That's what you call exposure, man. You know what I'm saying? This is what the whole essence of the teachings of Yahweh about, man. And that leads me to this. Go ahead. I think that's more than
It's 2 Corinthians 10 and verse 4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High, to the pulling down of strongholds.
casting down what?
Casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of the Most High, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Mashiach.
So that's what the exposing of Babylon is, man. We cast down the strongholds, man. And think the stumbling blocks is put before our people, man. Via Esau, man. And his witchcraft, man. You have once you learn the truth, you have to put the truth out there and cast down the lies, man. What's some of the lies, man? Who the world is calling Jesus Christ and God a white man. That's casting down a lie. Esau, Edom is what you call Cain. That's a lie.
1 Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that they shall not come, except they come inclining away first, and that man of sin being revealed, the son of perdition.
Right, that falling away from our people, who's our heritage coming back, and then the son of perdition talking about Esau, Edom, man. You know what I'm saying? He had to be exposed, man. And during the time when Yahweh Shai was on the scene, it wasn't that time for him to be brought down, man. But now we're coming to that time where you can see this man going down, man. And if you can't see it, man, the Lord, you know, you should pray to the Heavenly Father that that you see what's going on, man. Because you should be able to look at the prophecies, look at the current condition of the world, like, yeah, this gotta get.
Even Esau know that he's going down. He see it himself.
Yeah, he see it, bro.
They got the doomsday clock, don't they?
Rushing, bro. Why you think he's pressing so hard and he's looking sloppy as hell with it, man? He's pressing hard because he know Yahweh Shah's about to come back and get on his ass, man.
Don't they got a doomsday clock or something? It's like, minute.
It's gotta be like Armageddon, you know. So, hey, man, it's showing you that we are paired of sons, man.
Verse 4 it say, who opposes and exalts himself above all that is called God, or that is worship, so that he, as God, sitting in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God.
Hey, and that's prideful right there. It say he exalted himself.
Yeah.
You feel me? He put himself on that pedestal,
Yeah.
like I am God.
Yep, that self-proclaimed white man.
Yeah.
He's the one that puts all this science in. You know what I mean? The tell like you even when you listen to Esau talk, I hate the way this nigga talk.
Yeah, he just go on and go on.
Yeah,
He knows something.
Bro, he be on like you listen to like a G2
Summit,
meeting,
yeah.
or you listen to one of the politicians, even the way they talk, bro. They use all these big ass fancy words for no reason. You like you could have just made this simple, bro. But that's called rhetoric, man. And that's why the Lord said, "Let your yea be yea, your nay be nay."
Anything else, evil.
That's called evil, man. Because you can use a lot of rhetoric to supplant people, man, instead of just coming straight forward, man. Like he'll use the term he's like, you know what I mean, in the near future we'll be having free education centers. Why did you say concentration camp, man? Right. He ain't gonna come straight forward, man. That's why our Lord said he's among all the beasts of the field, he's
the most subtle. Yeah.
Inside of Walmart, if you read it backwards, it say one thought. So some of these Walmart they close down, they use the widows down.
And it says, remember ye not that when I was there with you, I told you these things, and now you know what withhold it, that he might be revealed in his time.
There you go, man. There was a set time where this man was gonna start to be revealed for who he was in his intentions, man.
And it says, for the mystery of iniquity doeth already work, only he who now let it will let until he be taken out of the way. And it says, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom Yahweh shall consume with the spirit of his mouth through his prophets. And it says, it shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. So physically he gonna get burnt up, man. And it says, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan.
It says, even him who's coming is after working of Satan, man. That's why everything he do, man, his mind is geared towards the spiritual demon Satan, man. Mm-hmm. You think Jake got these thoughts of wickedness, man? You think if it was righteous men that was rulers king, you think pedophilia would be allowed? You think lesbianism would be allowed? Hell no, man.
Everything inside the scripture.
Yeah.
Every astronomical anti-Messiah.
Yeah.
Screenshots from that book that he saw here. Basically, everything that he supports in that book is how he would have been right next to the scripture.
Everything.
Red and hairy.
Bro, it's a reason why you can go into a restaurant, and the very reason why it says you look at the statement that says medium rare is because these are power. You think these are power? You think that should be on the menu? You think lobster and all that? That shit wouldn't exist, bro. So the reason why they said him who's coming is after working the Satan, man. His thoughts is contrary to the Heavenly Father. He has the mindset of the spiritual Satan, bro. This nigga off, man.
And it says, with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness, and them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And it says, and for this cause the Most High shall send them a strong delusion, that they shall believe a lie. And it says that they all might be them who believe not the truth, but have pleasure in unrighteousness. You know, that's plain, man. Since you don't want to believe, since you don't want to hurt them, after the words of Yahweh Shema shot, your ass going to be deceived, man. You're going to get the same judgment as devil will deceive, man. When the Lord makes his second coming, man.
You people deserve it, man.
Yeah, this Jeremiah chapter 30 and 23. Behold, the whirlwind of the Lord going forth with fury, a continual whirlwind. It shall fall with pain upon the head of the wicked. All right, it's going to start with these weeks, man. The Lord's going to bring massive judgment starting with his top baby. It says, the fierce anger of Yahweh shall not return until he have done it, and until he have performed the intent of his heart. In the latter days, he shall consider. Oh, well, I was gonna say, and another day you should consider it, man. He said, the intents of his mind, the intents of his heart. So it's always, it's crazy. The Lord is always meant to destroy these people, man.
That's why the Lord said he got a curse to go fruit about the earth, which is the chariots. It's for Esau and Edom. It's a curse to them. That's why the Lord said, be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. Don't be afraid of the chariots. Esau was dismayed at them.
Just like in the wilderness. Just like in the wilderness, the chariots was what? A curse to the other nations, and it was a blessing to the nation of Israel. Of the thief.
That's why he's going out his mind, man. He's so good out there.
And so Zechariah chapter 5, verse 1, then I turned and lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, a flying robe. He's talking about the chariot. It says, and he said to me, what seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying robe. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits.
Right, which was a measurement. Right. You know, but that's how, right, for a measurement. That's how Zechariah described it. Some men describe it as other things, man, but he described it as a flying robe, man. Some probably describe it with wheels in the wheels, you know what I'm saying?
Mountains, clouds.
Yep.
Verse 3, then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth.
Yeah, and this all about, man. This is how we gonna get the hell out of here, man. You know, you see on the movies, a nigga do a bank robbery, you gotta get a getaway car, you got the movie on the side. But you know what I mean? We gonna have the chariots, Lord willing, be a part of that number. We get beat up out of this shit, man. Because you ain't getting out of here no other way, bro.
Like we came over in a spaceship, we gonna leave the spaceship.
Yeah.
Hey, that's like stuff your house, man, because he came home on the ashes coat, but he left in a chariot. And likewise, we came home, you know, to be a slave, but we're gonna leave and go back to Israel, all right, about wearing those chariots. Glorious lights. Go ahead.
On the flex.
He already flexed.
That's enough.
It says, for everyone that stealeth shall be cut off as on this side according to it, and everyone that sweareth shall be cut off as on that side according to it.
The scriptures say what in Exodus 21:16? He that stealeth a man and selleth him if he be found in his hand.
And then when the Lord make his return, we're gonna be found in this devil's hands, man. We're gonna be captive still, man. You know, that's right. That's why the Lord's gonna deliver us from the hands of our enemies, man.
That's right. But this devil ain't gonna let us go. If everyone, like the Apostle Hart said, if everyone in this place, Israelite, was to stop working, this place is broken. In particular, Israel. Not even talking about the other. If all Israel were to stop working, this place was broken. So they're not gonna let us go, man. So yeah, when our Lord come back, we're gonna be found in their hand. What you gonna call about?
How about say
Zechariah 11:5. Zechariah 11:5, it says, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not.
It says that's a slave and hold himself not guilty. I get the other one too. I want
I know what you're talking about. 9 and 12. Let me finish at verse 6. It says, for I will no more pity the inhabitants of the land, says the Lord, but lo, I will deliver the men, everyone into his neighbor's hand, and into the hand of his king. They shall smite the land, and out of their hand I will not deliver them. Okay? Zechariah 9 and 12. Turn ye to the stronghold, ye prisoners of hope.
right. That's talking about your Israelites, man. The stronghold is the scriptures, man. This is how you get the W, man. This is how you get the, you know, because they want to win. You know what I mean? They want to fall hard, and, you know what I mean? Get the best of the best. What would Messiah say? What would Messiah trying to say, man? If your desire be
Thrones and scepters.
stuff like that, honor wisdom, man.
I read that earlier today. The spirit.
You don't see no real purpose in what we're doing, man. Well, that's gonna be okay, man, because when all hell started to break loose, for Isaiah 33:6 say, man, it's gonna be business. Now it's good at that time, man. That's where all this studying and all this hard work, watching videos, writing down words, running prayers. That's where all this gonna pay off in that, man. Meanwhile, you ain't gonna be left in the out there to dry, man.
Zechariah 9 and 12. Turn ye to the stronghold, ye prisoners of hope. Even today do I declare that I will render double unto thee.
Yeah, man. The Heavenly Father, man, look, man. If you don't get in line, man, you either gonna get paid back for vengeance or you're gonna get delivered, man. And your mindset should be geared towards that of being delivered, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the Heavenly Father, he wants you to repent, man. You know what I'm saying? He'd rather you repent and turn back to the Heavenly Father rather than destroy what I'm saying? It's like it's really you niggas is making this thing hard, man.
The Lord said he want all of us to come repent. Right. You know, the Lord don't want to destroy us, man. He wants us to repent and come back, man. The Lord want to save us.
Yep. And how Shah said that himself, but he was like, for what is it easier? He said either what's that last song? That script, I think it was part 3. Where it said, is it easier just heal a man and say your sins be forgiven? You know, man, because they was tripping about him forgiving people.
And if the Lord wanted us to destroy us, he already justified in doing it right now.
Yeah.
You don't have to explain nothing. You don't have to tell you why. You can just bring the instruction right now. Bang.
You know what I'm saying? Heavenly Father, how he operates, he explains to you the situation, but so you can know. Man. You know what I'm saying? That's why we out here. He won't take to understand what's about to take place. Man. You know what I'm saying?
42 and 9, talking about before they spring forth, I'm going to tell you up there. That's the mercy side of the Lord, because here it is. Even on the left hand side, too. The mercy aspect of Yahweh Shemi Shai is the fact that, hey, he set up his prophets, like they say, Luke 1:70, all right, which has been since the world began. Why? To give you people warning, to let you people know what's about to take place upon the earth, man. Telling y'all to repent and get right. So y'all can't say I didn't know. Y'all ain't gonna have no close with this here.
I got 3 7. This back well. This Deuteronomy chapter 30 and verse 19. It said, I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore choose life, that both thou and thy seed may live. So the Lord gave you a question and an answer all in the same. He said, choose life. That way you and thy seed may live, but our people chose death, they chose cursing. And that's what they're going to receive. It said you reap what you sow.
You can't blame nobody but yourself, because you niggas love to talk about God gave free will. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, he gave you free will, then choose life, man. But you don't want to, man. You want wickedness, man.
This is life right here, man. These scriptures, man. You just living water, man.
Can I get this vote? Acts 17 and 29. For as much then as we are the offspring of the Most High Yahweh, we ought not to think that the Godhead is like unto gold or silver, or stone created by art and man's device, which a lot of our people, they try to emulate the Heavenly Father into being like an idol, an image of gold, or like I say, stone or silver. But that's what they worship. Instead of worshiping the creator, he said, don't make no graven image. All right? It says what though? Verse 30, and the times of this ignorance, Most High Yahweh was not wicked, but now commanded all men everywhere to repent.
In other words, the Heavenly Father gave you that grace period, right? You know what I'm saying? Where he was making that sin, you know what I'm saying? Where he wasn't sweating that bad, but now he like, nah, man, you gotta repent, man. You know, fuck all the bullshit. That's why that grace period is starting to fade away now, man. As the more closer we get to the end of this thing, man, let's talk about that in Revelation, I believe, 3rd chapter. We'll talk about that. Man. That's about to be closed, man. You ain't gonna have time to do what brothers did throughout all these years, however long you've been in the truth, studying, you know, up the late nights, you up there reading, highlighting, just learning. You ain't gonna have that time, man. You better get it while you can, man. Why it's hot, man. If that's the food, it's always the best when it's hot and ready, bro. Like they got that little season.
Quick analogy though. That's like if you got a woman and you give her a set of rules or an order, and then she don't do it, and then time just, you feel me, keep on lapse, and you like, man, you keep cutting her a break, but then it comes to a point where you like, man, you know what? Fuck her. You feel me? She don't listen. Fuck her.
Yeah, and that's what the Heavenly Father's like. He's like, man, hell 2/3. They didn't rebellious ones. They didn't want to listen.
Yeah.
Ezekiel 18 and 31 says, pass away from you all your transgressions, whereby ye have transgressed, and make you a new heart and a new spirit. For why will ye die, O house of Yasharala? Verse 32 point. Since I have no pleasure in the death of him that dieth, says the Lord Yahweh Yahushua, wherefore turn yourselves and live ye. You want to see the fact.
That's the spirit too. I'll get that. But that means the Lord is not a God of death. He's a living, bro. And Heavenly Father, he rather, like I say, he rather you repent and just do the right thing, he'll keep you. Than rather him have to destroy you, then bring you back and all that. And big part, like, nah, man, just repent now, and then, Lord willing, you're gonna take to that second death, man. That's how you want it.
It's Ezekiel chapter 16, verse 10. I clothed thee also with the watery work, and shod thee with badger skin, and I girded thee about with fine linen, and covered thee with silk. I decked thee also with ornaments, and I put bracelets upon thy hands, and a chain on thy neck, and I put a jewel on thy forehead, and earrings in thy ears, and a beautiful crown upon thy head. Thus wast thou decked with gold and silver, and thy raiment was of fine linen and silk and bordered work. Thou didst eat fine flour and honey and oil, and thou wast exceeding beautiful, and thou didst prosper into a kingdom. And thy renown went forth among the heathen for thy beauty, for it was perfect through my comeliness, which I have put upon thee, saith the Lord. See, the Lord, He raised us up with the law, statutes, and commandments. You know, the Lord, He gave us morals. He gave us virtues to
order.
He gave us kingdoms. He gave us nations, slaves. He gave us cattle. He gave us the fruits of the land. You know, he gave us the fruits of our increase. The Lord gave us everything, man. You know, He decked us out with different jewels. Gave us different precious stones. You know, we were set, man. But when we left the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High and started following the ways of the heathen, that's when the Lord started taking away all those good things from us, man. That's when He became a desolation. That's when He became a proverb to the rest of these nations. As soon as we left off from keeping the law, statutes, and commandments of our Lord, that's when we started, going through these curses, and our estate became poor and lonely.
Right, the Lord told us that if we don't keep these laws and commandments, God shall come upon thee and overtake you. That's what happens. This is my error. But now the scripture said, in the land of captivity, you shall remember yourself. And that's what you see happening throughout the four corners of the earth. Us coming back to who we are, which shows that we are at the end. We're in seconds at the end. Somebody get up before
Verse 14, it said, verse 15, but thou didst trust in thy own beauty and playedest the harlot because of thy own renown, and pouredest out thy fornications on everyone that passed by. His it was, right? Now about Shem Shai gave us all the good things, but it was us that played the harlot, man. You know, the scriptures say that our iniquities have withholding us from these good things, man. All right, so the only way we can get those good things back is if we turn back to Yahweh Shem Shai. And that's what you see, brothers here doing. Right. You know that's why the Lord, He only gonna save, He only gonna deliver you, and He not gonna deliver the whole nation of Israel.
Right. So I was just thinking, like, why would the Lord give Jake the kingdom in this current condition, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like think about how tainted Jake is as a whole, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jake could go in the kingdom, they'd still be doing nigga shit, man. Like, the Lord gave you spiritual powers, bro. You be arguing with your brother, and next thing you know, you try to use spiritual powers to kill him. Like, it'd be nah, man. No, man. You niggas gotta get right. You gotta get right, man. You gotta get right on this side, man. You know what I'm saying? Lord ain't gonna give, but He ain't gonna give the kingdom to no badass kids, man. Our women will still be hoes in the kingdom if they didn't have the law. Real talk, bro. And that's why they gotta die on this side. And ultimately, too, that's the reason why we know that we gonna get the law, statutes, commandments written on inward parts. Because the Lord just gave us the kingdom, and we still got to battle with the flesh and carnal thoughts.
We'll fuck the kingdom up.
You said what?
We'll fuck the kingdom. We'll be spray painting the kingdom and shit.
It'd be terrible, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's why we ultimately need those laws in our inward parts so we don't go off, man.
It's Isaiah chapter 59 and verse 20. And the Redeemer shall come to Zion, and unto them that turn from transgression, Jacob, saith the Lord. And God got the land by the divine support. The fact that Yahweh Shai is going to come back to deliver those that turn from transgression. You know, to come back to city repent. That goes when you think about it. And the brother made mention of, and you gave some of these Jakes.
You gotta think about it, man. When the Lord created the spirits of the elect, all right, the ones that were slated for salvation, He created them from the beginning, man. That means He already knew their thoughts. It's like imagine like somebody entrusted to you their whole life, and you know that they're gonna do right by, because He know our spirits, man. He already know that. Look, once I give them this knowledge, they ain't gonna turn their back away from it. So I can entrust this wisdom to him, so I'm gonna give it to him, and then throughout their reincarnation, I'm gonna keep giving it to them, and they ain't gonna never deviate from that fact because it's in their DNA, bro. It's in their programming, man. Like a person that makes a program is programmed to do what it's gonna do, and it ain't gonna deviate from that path, man.
Right. So like, are you programmed to cheat?
Yes.
We programmed to do this work, man.
Yep. You know, if you can't help it, man. You know what I'm saying? Jeremiah said it himself. He said in Jeremiah 20 chapter, he said that the scriptures was made
fire.
28. It was made a reproach to them. You know what I'm saying? But he said it was shut up in his bones as a fire, man.
I'm saying, because even if you do try to go off and do your own thing, the Lord gonna bring your ass right back.
Like Jonah.
Jeremiah chapter 20 and verse 8. For since I spake, I cried out, I cried violence and spoil, because the word of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai was made a reproach unto me and a derision daily. Then I said I would not make mention of him, nor speak any more in his name.
He was like, man, you know what, man, I'm telling you.
Right.
But his word was in my heart as a burning fire.
Yeah, it says, but it was in him. It was in him as a burning fire, man. He couldn't help it, bro. You know what I'm saying? He can't help it, but that's how it is with the elect, bro. It's going to be you to a point where you're like, I got it. I gotta do this work, man. I cannot do this, man. I feel obligated.
And it says, shut up in my bones, and I was worried before buried, and I could not stay.
That's it. That's the point, man. Basically, bro, the elect part, they destined to do this work no matter what. We always make reference the Jonah story, man. Jonah tried to flee from the Heavenly Father, and he has the Heavenly Father that swallowed his ass up, man. You know what I mean? It's something big fish or big whale, all we know it was some type of sea monster, man. You know what I'm saying? He made him do the work afterwards, man. So it's like you're gonna do this work regardless, man. You know?
And the scriptures say that it's spirits created for vengeance, and in their fury they lay on sore strokes and appease the wrath of him that made them. So you got on the other side, you got spirits that was predestined to do righteousness. Yeah. 8 and 20, you about to grab it now.
But we're gonna have like 2 more closing precepts, though.
I got a precept down here. But it basically said that they are thine and no man can pluck them out of the Lord's hand. The elect are the Lord's. So they're going to always be programmed to serve him.
I think that's John, ain't it? John 17. It's either John 10 or John 17.
That was it. It was, yeah. Okay, so no matter what they let going through, whatever they come across them, they're going to always serve that much.
This is the book John, St. John 10, verse 28. You start at 27. It says, my sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me. It says, and I give unto them eternal life, and they shall never perish, neither shall any man pluck them out of my hand. My Father which gave them me is greater than all, and no man is able to pluck them out of my Father's hand.
That's plain, man. And nothing stop the elect from doing what they're doing for Yahweh Shema at all.
They were sealed, man. Matter of fact, let's make it 2 Corinthians 1 and 20. Somebody look at that word sealed. But 2 Corinthians 1 and 20, that word sealed.
Yeah. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 1 and verse 20. For all the promises of Yahweh Shai in him are yea, and in him are none, unto the glory of the Most High by us. And they say, now he which standeth. He which established us with you in the Mashiach, and had anointed us is the Most High, who had also sealed us and given the earnest of the Spirit in our hearts.
Right, now look at that word sealed. You got it, because you made mention John 10 chapter. You said, came somebody put the legs in the Lord's hands.
This is the reason why.
Right, this is the reason Why?
Faziso.
Set a seal upon part of the seal for security for safety. Says things set up are sealed, the content of a letter, pride, keep it silent, secret, in order to mark a person or a thing, set a mark upon by the impress of a seal or a stamp. Angels are said to be sealed by the Heavenly Father in order to prove, confirm, or attest a thing, confirm, authenticate, place beyond doubt.
There you go. You can stop right there. It says to authenticate place without doubt, but the first one says sealed from Satan, right? It says security from Satan, right? So the elect got security from Satan. That's why, because remember what it says, as weak.
But he could.
The reason why Satan can't get the brothers off their hookup because they sealed that. It ain't nothing, nobody or no spiritual entity can do. They sealed. They got the security from the spiritual demon Satan, man. That's why sometimes storms be fucking with you, trying to get brothers to go off, and sometimes it happens, but ultimately Satan trying to seal you out of the truth, man. Get you fall out, cursing both sides, man. But they sealed already, so it ain't nothing that nobody can do, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's the beauty of the John the 10th chapter, man. They cannot be plucked out of out of the Lord's hand, man. They sealed, man. And matter of fact, Ezra knew about that when you read the second chapter, man. You know? But hey, man, like you told us, the Lord church. Hey, man, with that, man, we're gonna give all praise to the Lord.
Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, Makakadosh.
Double honor to the apostle, elders, great wisdom, peace, mercy, and the Lord's name. Let's make me by spiritual sacrifice. Shalom, man.
Shalom.